welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. As I promised in the last episode, we're going to build a smelter. And step one, build train track to work out how long your trains are. 5, 10, 12. With 3 locos. Yeah, train track's still not long enough. Wrong button again. 3 locos. Okay. Station at that end. And please tell me I got a tiny bit of fuel. I got some fuel. That'll do. What do you call it? Nipple. Nipple. Nippy. Doesn't matter. Second edition. Whatever. So, line the train up. And give me back my fuel. So, step 2. So, this is actually going to be our stone station. Sorry about that. And I'm building it here. It's not its final place. Its final place is going to be down here. But that's going to require some biter cleaning, which I will again do between episodes. Unless you guys enjoy watching me die. We'll see. Okay, we need to clear some blank blueprints. Don't need that. So this will be stone off the trains. Oh, I'll bugger that one up. Where's my blueprint? There, and there. Oh, and I'm doing it on map view. Rather than walking. Okay. Next step. Take our train station, blueprint it, line it up, and reverse it. Because we're bringing ore in on the left, and we're taking out the final product from the... No, we're bringing ore from the right, and we're taking out the final product on the left. Now, is that out of place? That's out of place. Down one. There we go. So, you can see from our little boxes we get that the trains don't line up when you do the reverse. So, we need those, and then we need blue boxes this time, requester boxes. And we slot them in there, and then new blueprint, this lot. Now, I'll show you guys this. See how it doesn't line up? That's because it's got the train track attached. If we... Where's this blueprint? If we remove the train track, we can then go to wherever this blueprint's stored, here it is, and slide it up and down every square we need. So, we need to put this down. Oh, thanks autosave. Okay. So that gives us our input of stone, our output of brick, and then we need a new blueprint, which is this whole top half again. And we need to put it... And of course it won't line up. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, then we put that there, and then I buggered up that blueprint. We need to take that half and flip it around. Because we want everything on the inside. I need to hook up power. Because I want all this to be powered. It's that much easier to work with when it's powered. Power pole. There. Done. Also turns on the lights for us. So, next step is roboports. I start from here. So this means this top left square is just powered. And then we run all the way along the length of our station. Oops. And you can now see that this roboport now has 2 squares in power, whereas the far one has 1. So, we've got 24 of them. We want to delete 12 of them. Move that 1 square to the middle, and then run it out. So we end up with, where's power poles? So we end up with a maximum coverage distance. Next step is we come out here and we go, okay, so that's outside the network. We now know where the edge of our network is. And on the edge of our network, and I'm out of requester and provider chests, so let's clear these. That's now my requester chest. Put you down there. That's my provider chest, and that's my stack inserter. Because I'm cheating. Beacons. Our beacon layout is, that's our maximum distance. So we want a requester there. We want 2 furnaces, and then a passive provider with a stack inserter going that way, that way, that way, and that way. If I had modules on them on me, I should really put them in there, but I don't. And then we need to do our beacon setup. So our beacons are to just cover. We start at, so it just covers the top left-hand corner. And dead set, we can just run with them. We know we need a full row of them. Alright, so we can just whack them down. And then, same story, build our second row, which should line up perfectly with the top row. And it does. We need to power the whole lot. So, oops, I lost it. Yeah, I lost it. So, power there and power there. So this one powers the top ones, this one powers the bottom beacons, and then when we duplicate it, we'll get another power pole here and another power pole about there-ish. Yeah, who knows? But that's our build. That's our build for one of them. And then all we do is duplicate it a lot. Alright, you can see we're right on the edge here, and we've got 1 square in here. So that's about as good as we're going to get for level to even. Beacons are too long, so we get rid of those 2. And so that's our first build. We duplicate it. Build the next row in. And I'll duplicate in the next one, but you'll see there is a bit of a problem. So we've got requesters in the top left and passive providers in the top and the bottom right, and you'll see that the passive providers are going to end up being 1 square out of range. So they don't work. We need to change our build just for the bottom row, just because of limitations. 1, 1, 2, there. Just because of the limitations on how far we can stretch things. So we do a requester there, a provider there, a inserter in and out, put in our 2 furnaces, that's the word I'm looking for, and then because this is the back row, we can actually put in and power a substation, which, now the way substations work, power a giant area. So we'll take our blueprint and we'll whack down a couple, and we'll try and work out what our substation reach is. So there and there, it looks like. Yeah, that works. I don't know whether we can do it with the beacons as well. I bet the beacons go misalign somewhere along the line. Well, they don't. Well, there you go. So we just overlap our substations. And fill out, where are we? Substation line up. Substation line up. Substation line up. And I'm going to put down another one there, and then we'll just chop off the excess. So, you can all go. Put down a beacon there, a beacon there. And we need to move your requester to that side. Put in the inserter and done. Now, I don't know. That's 48. That should also be 48. It is. It's just two different patterns. You don't get power to the end. We need another substation. Right there. So that's our setup, which has 144 smelters for one side. And if we go to one of these should also have... oh no, that's a steel one. Can't use a steel one. Steel ones are set up differently. 144. So, the only other things we need to do is we need to put down a radar, which will pop at this end, and this is to give us not necessarily coverage for seeing what we're doing, but coverage for... oh, not radar coverage because we need radar coverage, but radar coverage so we can see what we're doing remotely. And of course I'm one power pole short. I need it one... oh, there goes another research. Okay, so worker robot speed doubles each time you do a research. So this one's 16,000, and I'm going to hit research. We're going to stop at around about 12, I think, which is around about 64,000. That's when shit gets real expensive. Because I don't have any power poles left on me, and I really want to power this up, we're going to drop a substation. Now really I should go fetch about a bazillion modules before I blueprint this. But we literally take one half, we flip it upside down, we line up the roboports so they go dead straight, and we click paste. And we let our slow little robots go nuts. And I don't like the trees really in my build, so they can bugger off. But done. That is a build. That is a smelting build. In saying that, if you really want to be pernickety, you can add another beacon here for an extra 50% speed boost. It only gets the last smelter. You can't get it any closer. But you know, it's something. Right? It's a little bit more speed for a little bit more productivity. Because, as I said, each one of these stamps does 55,000. Either stone... actually, no, stone brick takes longer, doesn't it? 3.5 seconds. What does iron plate take? 3.5 seconds. No! It'll do 55,000 stone brick per minute. But that's our stone builder, our setup. Now, in my irons, they are slightly different. I have this red wire here which runs down all these chests, which lets me... I can't do it remotely. But I can set iron plate in there and all these chests will request iron plate, however much I set. If I set it to 100, they all request 100. This one up here is connected to all these blue chests, and same story, I set it to 100 iron ore, and it will request 100 iron ore in every chest in this block build, which just makes setup a little bit faster. And that's because that's a master blueprint, which I will share. I've actually been busy getting blueprint strings, blueprint books together. I need to oil. Yeah. I have been getting blueprint books together. You know, here's a whole smelting setup. Can I? Yep, so that's for smelting, and that's a steel smelter. And, well, actually, where are we? So if we line that up, or can I line it up? Can I actually line it up? Probably not, because of the train tracks. Well, there you go. It's not quite perfect, but it's you can see it's pretty much a 1 foot. No, I can't get it lined up now. That still feels off. because of the train tracks. Looks off. Oh. Yes, I have. These ones have double unloading, whereas the one I just built has single unloading. Yeah, stone, I only went single unloading because we just don't need it. And honestly, we're not going to use 55,000 per minute. Alright. In fact, I've been doing the maths. The maths to do one... So let's go per minute. So to do 1,000 packs per minute, you need to do 105,000 roughly iron with 57,000 roughly. I don't have the sheet in front of me. So about 57,000 copper per minute and about 11, was it 17? I don't know, under 20,000 steel. So one of these smelter arrays, just one, will do 1,000 science packs per minute, including rocket parts. Okay? So let's just put that into perspective. One of these whole smelting arrays will produce, end product, 1,000 rocket packs per minute. Yeah, so our base can currently do, what's that? So we're at 8 currently. It could do about 16. So our current setup, in theory, oh shit, our copper. Oh, because we've had the other smelter running on and off. Yeah. Our current base can do around about, 250 to 1,000 packs per minute if it's fully fed. Which at the moment it's not, because of all the productivity modules, all the centerpieces slowed down, and it looks like our iron has dried up again. No, that's copper. Iron 2. I think there's no iron left. Iron 2. Iron 2 is out of iron. Go to base iron. Dump your load. Oh, I wish you said that more often, didn't you? Don't you? Iron 3. Yeah, I'll have to send you off in a minute. But that is our basic smelter. And like I said, we have 10 of them. The stations are numbered, so I can keep track. We have 10 of them. So we should be able to, in theory, do 10,000 iron, or 10,000 science packs per minute. Steel, same story. We've got 4 of them. I'm not sure how much they do, because I haven't actually tested them in a closed loop system in one of my test maps, but it's going to be at least the 20,000 we need. Copper, same story. We've got 4 of them doing 55,000 each. So this straight away means our copper is our short point, for lack of a better term, and it will do 4,000 science packs per minute. So that's our goal now. Our goal is 4,000 science packs per minute. Nothing less. So I'm going to have to move this down here to get stone set up, clear out more biters, and then bring you guys in the next episode where I've done yet more exploring, and we start doing the intermediates, because we have a main line which will go off to all our outposts and pick up all our iron, our copper, our stone, take our oil up here. Over here, we're going to have an intermediates. So over here is where we're going to produce our science packs, our green circuits, our red circuits, all the different science packs we need, all the different intermediates to make science packs, which means all these train stations need to link up with these stations which are yet to be built. And then finally, at the end, is when science packs actually get dumped at our science warehouse processing center. So all of that is going to become its own pretty much internal train network. We will have a iron train coming up to our oil station, same as we'll have a copper train coming up to our oil station. We'll obviously have lube trains, etc., coming down to our our intermediate section to build green engines. We need a coal train to come down to do military packs, although good chances we're going to keep some of this just output probably military packs and stuff like productivity modules and that sort of stuff. Some of this will hang around. Some of our starter base will be kept. Not much of it. What else? Sulfuric acid's got to come over here to make batteries. So there's a couple of trains from up here, but most of this ends up going on its own internal train network, which is a nightmare because I've already built one as sort of a test bed, and it was not pretty, but it worked, and working is the most important part. So yeah, like I said, I will catch you guys in the next episode where I move the stone down here. I do biter clearing, and I find about 5,000 cubic tons of landfill, it seems, because in my choice of placement I didn't know that we had some big lakes to deal with, which all have to be landfilled. That's a shit ton of crude oil. Well, I was hoping to play with the coal liquefaction in this map, but doesn't look like that's going to happen at all. I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe we'll end up. Maybe we will end up not finding enough oil. Slim, but it might happen. We are going to burn through a lot of rocket fuel because every single train will be fueled with rocket fuel. Oh, that's another thing I need to do, which I'll bring you back for, is I need to make sure random shit that ends up in these lodger networks gets moved out to a trash train, which will then get rid of it all. Take it back to the main base to be sorted and dealt with and then dropped off wherever it needs to go. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you've learnt something with how to make this station. As I said, it's really not that hard, and you can make it for any size train you want. I am using 312-3s, which are massive, but the concept is the exact same if you want to build a 121, right, or a 242, or what, 262? 262 is another fairly common size. Yeah, it's not that hard to duplicate. It really, really isn't. And if you go back and start from the start and just build along with me, whatever size train station you require, you'll get basically a smaller version of one of these. If you want to go up to, what's the next size? 424-4 trains. I think that's the next size up. Right? You can. Maybe that'll be my next playthrough. Bigger trains. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have got any questions or any comments, or you just want to abuse me because I fucked up something, by all means, it's a special section down the bottom. And apart from that, I will catch you in the next one. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.